My name is Layney, and I'm 26. I grew up in Philly, and I am a writer. I have 5-year-old twin boys. My family was entirely Caucasian. It was kind of interesting because everybody had brown hair, brown eyes, and mostly fair skin, but slightly darker than mine. And then here I come, this red-haired, blue-eyed, freckled baby that, it was kind of, everybody joked I was the milkman's baby because I didn't really look anything like anybody. No one had blue eyes, no one had red hair. So my husband's from Brazil. He's from São Paulo, and especially in Brazil, he gets very, very dark. His family calls him pretinho, which means black, little black. And our children, share a mix of our skin tones. I think we talk about skin color probably, in different ways than we did when they were younger. At first, when they kind of realized I was white, it was they were shocked. And they said, "I don't want you to be white." And they were really upset. And I had to, kind of backtrack and explain that it's okay that I'm white, and it's okay that you're not, and it's okay that Papa's not. And now, it doesn't really factor in to how they see themselves. They see themselves as just themselves, is what they say. There are definitely a lot of conversations that, it doesn't matter how much sunscreen I put on them, they just get darker and darker. And if I don't reapply, religiously, I burn and peel and am just miserable. And that's something that they've caught onto and tuned into. And that's an interesting thing to notice and have them be aware of now. When I was living in Brazil, when my children were babies, I would get confused for the au pair or the nanny a lot. And even in the US, when we came back and they were much older, I still would be confused for the babysitter or, somebody watching my own children, because we look so different, and they're darker, they have dark hair, they look very much like their father. And it didn't occur to people that they could be my children. And only when they started to talk and call me Mom did it, people really get that they were mine. And it's interesting too, because people, I think, assume that, as a white woman, I'm in a relationship with somebody who's also white. And so they'll say things offhand to me that are quietly racist. Remarks about how everything's got to be about color and race. And it doesn't occur to them that, the people they're talking about, the situations they're referring to, pertain to my family. And that they're offensive to me, they're hurtful to me, to my children, to my husband. I think a big concern now that I don't know if I'm equipped to address is, how volatile the political climate is, and the hate directed at so many people, but at Latinos, whom my children are, who my husband is, who I am not. And, the idea that Latinos are not welcome, the idea that my children are political leverage and not human beings, that they do not belong here, that my husband is this, criminal, stealing jobs and doing terrible things, and shouldn't be here will never be a reality for me. And I can rage and I can weep and I can fight it, but I will never not be welcome here. And in that way, I don't know that I'm prepared to support my family through it in a real way, in a whole way.